A very good morning, class. We are in the chapter number 10, Public Revenue. We are here to start a new chapter today, that is Public Revenue. In this chapter, we are talking about the significance of public revenue, the importance of public revenue, and the sources of public revenue. Before we come to the significance and sources, it's important for you all to understand the meaning of public revenue. What does the word public revenue means? What does the word public revenue means? Public revenue means that what are the legal sources through which a government generates the income? What are the legal sources through which a government body generates the income? What are the mediums, what are the wires through which a government can demand for income from the general public? So what are the areas? Government demands income from the general public, basically in the form of taxes, that is the biggest source of income, in the form of fines, in the form of penalties, in the form of donations, in the form of borrowings. All these are the major source of income for the government. The major or the prime source of income for the government. In the last chapter of public finance, we learned about the two basic divisions of the economy or two basic divisions of the government. One is public revenue, the other is public expenditure. Via one channel, the government receives the fund, and via the other, government spends on the welfare of the public. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about the sources of public revenue. What are the sources, or what are the mediums through which a government can generate a fund? Before we come to that, the second topic is significance. The question says, what is the significance of public revenue? You can understand in the manner, what is the significance of income for you? What is the significance of money for you? What is the importance of money for you? Like if you want to get fulfilled, if you want to fulfill your wishes, if you want to get satisfied, you must have the purchasing power. That purchasing power here is the money power. You must have the money. Same way, if the government wishes to do some welfare to the public, then it must have the capacity for that, and that capacity comes from the money that it has generated from different sources. So the basic significance is to develop the different sources of money through which one's needs or one's aim can be fulfilled. Here the aim of the government is to do social welfare. Okay, what is the significance? To do social welfare. We have learned that a government organization, whenever it comes into action or whenever it is interested, is involved in an activity, it is for the welfare of the common masses only. So same is the significance over here, but a minor difference is for this welfare part, the government requires the fund, government needs the money. Now what are the sources? One is tax, other is non-tax. The two major sources of income for the government is tax and non-tax. That we'll see today. Now, come to the various sources of finance for the government, various sources of revenue for the government, in which the first one is tax. Now, what is tax? A tax is a legal and compulsory payment which is imposed on the publics who have attained a certain level of income. I have focused on two different words. One is legal, the other is compulsory. So tax is a legal and compulsory payment which is imposed on the public who have attained a particular level of income. Now what I mean by a particular level of income over here means that if your income criteria if your income strata falls into so and so category only, then only you are asked to pay the taxes. Okay, like in India we have the slab rates for the payment of taxes in part. Like up to 2,50,000 who earns in a year, they are excused from it or they are not asked to pay. Above 2,50,000, whosoever earns, they need to pay 10%. 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh 20%, 10 lakh 1 to 30 lakh 30%. So this is the slab rate that is given in our country. So you will have to calculate your yearly income and see in which strata you fit, and accordingly you pay the taxes. So what is tax? Tax is a legal and a compulsory payment imposed on the public who affirm that they fall into so and so category. They are asked to pay the taxes, and that turns out to be a source of income for the government. Now, what is the motto of collecting the tax? That is social or general welfare. It is either a social or a general welfare. Why do a government collects the tax? It's because with the help of the tax money, all the developmental activities will take place in the society. So that is what is rated over here as social welfare. Now, when I say developmental activities, I mean to say if I require a good road, government will provide me. If I require a flyover, government will provide me. If I require a street light, the government will provide me. If I require a good school, government will provide me. If I require a good medical facility, the government will provide me. Now the question is, how will the government provide? From where will the government get the income? The government gets the income from tax. That is the biggest source of income for a government. And with the help of that money, the developmental activities of the government takes place. One important point in this is, see, if I am a taxpayer, let's say in a year I pay a tax around 5 lakh rupees. What is the amount that I pay? Let's say I pay a tax of 5 lakh rupees. Okay, but it is not necessary that I will generate the benefit of 5 lakh on an individual basis. Two things I have told. One is individually I am paying rupees 5 lakh to the government of India, but I do not derive the benefit of 5 lakh as an individual. Means whatever money that I give to the government of India, same benefit I cannot expect, same benefit I do not get. This in an economic word is called no quid pro quo. No quid pro quo. No quid pro quo means that it is not necessary that if I pay a tax of 5 lakh rupees, I will demand a benefit of 5 lakh rupees from the government of India. Okay, means the same taxpayer cannot be the same user of the product. Whatever government develops with rupees 5 lakh, which I have deposited as a part of tax amount, same benefit I cannot get. I cannot ask for the same benefit. Okay, maybe a government will construct a flyover, like I put up in Makasganj, government would construct a flyover in let's say Ranchi. I cannot say that I have paid a tax for 5 lakh rupees and I reside in Makasganj, so a flyover should come over here. No, it's a government survey that decides which area requires the flyover, which area requires the water supply, which area requires the transporting facilities. Accordingly, the services are rendered to general public. Okay, so this it means no quid pro quo. The fourth point is a tax is payable regularly and periodically as determined by taxing authority. It is not that it's a one-time payment. Every time, every year you have to pay. A time is decided by the taxation authority, or you can say the income tax department, and accordingly be followed. And the last is a tax is a legal collection. It's a totally legal collection which is backed by the government of India support. So class, I'll put a stop over here. In the next class we shall discuss about the other sources of revenue. Thank you.